Oh, ladies and gentlemen and children of all ages, Padjo here talking again about my M.A.S.K collection. A few days ago, or one of my previous videos, I just mentioned Rhino, that I got this in the post the other day, and it came really spick and span. I had to clean it up here and there in a few spots, but apart from that it really shines now and it's all set up. But as you can see here, these are my two favourite M.A.S.K vehicles here side by side. You have Bulldoze there in half-track mode with Boris Bushkin there standing at the controls, if you like, of the missile centre there. Here you have Rhino here in command centre mode, or battle mode anyway, and you have the front ram extended here, plus you have this little pod here, or a little wheeled vehicle, which is the back of Rhino. It detaches from the back of Rhino, as you can see here. The trailer hitch has now become a seat for Brusato or whoever to drive the little reconnaissance vehicle, so that it can go about on its own different thing, doing whatever. It could take on Bulldoze here, and it's got manoeuvrability, of course, which Rhino wouldn't as a whole vehicle. But anyway, here you have one of my favourites of all time, Bulldoze, and I remember this being shown in school many moons ago when I was a kid and wanting one, and I said, and the school principal, Richard Whelans, had shown one in the assembly, or during, you know, a kind of a show and tell, if you like, for those of you living in North America. And basically he showed it to the whole school, the other one being basically, Goliath, which is the racing car transporter. But this was one of them, and he was showing it, and it was donated to the school. It must have been bought out of school funding, and both myself and my close friend Mark Broom really wanted one. We thought, oh, it's just going to get wrecked, and boy did it get wrecked. It just got, you know, the kids play with it, different kids playing with it of all walks of life. They get it destroyed, broken, battered, you name it. But anyway, now it's like you have eBay and you can get all the toys you've ever wanted, so it's a great one-stop shop for your M.A.S.K vehicles. So it's really not too hard to get. If you look really hard, you might get a very good Bulldoze. The trouble is, they'd be very hard to find in this condition. This one is in perfect A1 condition. When I got it, I actually bought this. I got a friend of mine to get it for me, because back then I didn't have a Visa debit card. I wasn't able to, all I had was a debit card. It didn't have Visa, and I had to make do with a special prepaid card, and they're not worth a damn. But that said, got a friend of mine to get this for me, Mark Broom, and when I got the package I took it home, and my eyes really lit up. I was so chuffed to bits. The condition is just fantastic. You can see the chrome. I mean, excuse the quality of the video, but it's very dark now. It's just got dark. I should have kind of done this during the day, but you can see the chrome there. You can even nearly see my face in it there, but it's just fantastic condition. I mean, one like this in this condition would cost nearly $150 to $200 depending where you buy it. But of course I live in Ireland, so this set me back about €90. I'm not sure, but I know that I paid around €90 to €100 for it, but I was very lucky. Obviously, you know, Mark is very good at sniffing out deals, so it was fantastic. So you have basically here, you have your, you know, I'm just going into a bit more detail than my last video of Bulldoze. So you have this little chainsaw weapon. Now usually that's broken off when you buy a new Bulldoze, and so is this front screen here, and those guns tend to go missing, as well as with the missile as well, and even the rocket launcher itself can be broken. Here you have Boris Bushkin with his bear mask. Some people say it's a wolf or dog mask, but it's clearly a bear. If I hold it up to the camera there, it doesn't focus in that close, but it just might. No, you can just about make it out now anyway. You've Boris Bushkin there, and here you can see that the seats kind of move up like this. They meant to pivot up right there so that you could have the driver there while he's driving, or you could have just a commander there, a tank commander, but that's where the driver would go now in tank mode. This is now the driving seat. That's actually underneath the main driving seat here, but when the cab's down, these seats go up, and it reveals a little seat there for the tank driver to look out. It's pretty amazing. I mean, the detail that goes into these toys is just astounding. I mean, it might sound a hackneyed cliche me saying this, but they just don't make them like they used to. I mean, the amount of detail that's gone into these, it's little wonder it's hard to find one of these in good condition, because they get battered around. The kids get them, even, just they're thrown around, they tire of them, and then they break them, and they do all kinds of things. They could put firecrackers in them, or goodness knows what else. But here you have, two M.A.S.K vehicles in spot-on condition, and you can't say fairer than that. I mean, you couldn't make toys. They just don't make them like this anymore. You have Ben 10, you have, I don't know, Pokemon, but just not our time. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If I haven't bored you to death anyway, and you've got this far, thanks for staying with me, and good evening.